Posted by you/soul_slayer. So, my husband just told me he booked a flight to go golfing in a few weeks with his best friends. He never once discussed the dates or his plans with me before booking. We have been together almost 21 years, married for 15 next week. My husband just spent 5 days away over Labor Day while I stayed behind with our 13-year-old. He has never done anything like this before. For context, he is incredibly cheap. We have not gone away for even a night in years, even with the kids. I wanted to get Disney tickets this summer, but he said no. No matter what I spend, he always has an issue with it. Every time I go grocery shopping, he almost always complains about how much I spend, even though it is well within the allowance. The last time we went out to eat was November 2023, with a 13-year-old. I've asked so many times to go out to dinner or do something, but we never do. Recently, during an argument, I brought it up again, and he said that he doesn't like going out to eat, so why would he do it? I should consider the time we spend on the weekends cleaning the house and doing yard work as spending time together. I don't work and have no friends or family. I feel this is the final straw. I feel neglected, and he says that's not it. He has an unhealthy relationship with money and is always stressing over it. We don't struggle and live comfortably, but he was laid off years ago, and it took him 9 months to find work. Since then, he has been overly crazy about money. Our oldest is 24, and she says he has caused her so much anxiety about money that she is always worried about running out of it. He stresses about spending $5 to rent a movie. He's bothered that I want to pay for a movie service that costs $8 a month. Money is such a huge issue in our marriage. He always says we are broke. The kids have been around this, and it's so unhealthy for them to worry about finances. When our oldest was in middle and high school, she suffered from substance-resistant depression and had a failed sewer slide attempt. Her counselor even then told him to stop talking about money, but he couldn't. We have not had a date night in years. He has attempted a few. My birthday was last month, and we were going to go out, but we ended up shopping and working on a Halloween project together instead, which I was fine with. But the attempts are few and far between. Our 13-year-old has had anxiety and depression since COVID. She is incredibly smart but has no drive or ambition, and she misses too much school, never does homework, and lies about her homework, so it's an absolute nightmare dealing with that stress. I never get to get away from it. He typically works 60 hours a week, so most of that burden falls on me. The stress caused me to lose 20 pounds last May just trying to make sure she passed 7th grade. I have voiced my concerns and even wrote him a 13-page letter last spring about how I needed more from him. He even said he wouldn't want his daughters to have a husband like himself in their life and that he would have a real problem with it if our oldest were marrying someone who has done some of the things he has done to me. He is not physically abusive in any way but has said some hurtful things out of spite over the years that he knows were wrong. I feel like I need to show my girls a good example. How can I do that by staying married to him? He has continued to ignore most of my needs for quality time and a chance to check out once in a while. My heart is breaking into a million pieces right now. I just kicked him out, and I'm not sure I made the right decision. Commenter. Do you have any friends you can rely on? Is it possible for you to start working on getting a job so you can move out independently? Ops response. Unfortunately, I no longer work due to a disability. We moved to a different state 20 years ago. I had friends when I was working, but it's hard to maintain friendships when you have a debilitating illness and have to cancel plans. No one wants to hear about how bad you feel. We had many friends in our neighborhood, but we lost a few to cancer, a car accident, and a stroke. Others moved away. We still have a few people in our life, but not on a personal level, if that makes sense. Update 1 month later. My 45F husband, 47M, booked a vacation for himself behind my back after we had discussed the trip and decided to book it anyway, and he told me days after the fact that he had booked it. My husband ended up coming home to help with hurricane prep. He was supposed to only assist and stay that night, but as things got more serious, he stayed because I needed help preparing the house and yard for the storm. We then talked about evacuating and booked a hotel some 3 hours away, but as the storm shifted south, we decided to stay put. He stayed during and after the storm. We ended up doing a lot of talking, but he would not cancel the trip. I told him he should be begging for my forgiveness, but it seemed like I was the one fighting for this marriage. He had that trip 2 months ago where he went alone, had no responsibilities, and no one to look after, and he had a lot of fun. He just wanted to feel that way again. I told him if he didn't cancel the trip, the marriage was over. I told him he can't have his cake and eat it too. I would never be able to get away with doing something like this, nor would I try. I don't understand why this trip is so important. He has been love-bombing me and promising he would change and start treating me to vacations and date nights. There have been some issues in the past that I forgave, and he feels like I still can't forgive him for them. Yet, I don't understand why he would add to the problem. It hurts when you love someone so much, and they hurt you like this. I don't want my marriage to be over. But he literally told me he would put me first after his trip. Why can't I be a stronger person and know that there is someone out there who will cherish me and love me the way I deserve? My daughter, 13F, sent him a text explaining her feelings and basically told him he chose this trip over his family. He left Friday, and he comes home today. All of his stuff is packed up and out of the house in his truck. Most of it he packed himself on Friday before the trip. He did miss his flight, trying to convince me I was making a bigger deal out of this than it needed to be. I texted his brothers, sister-in-law, and the friend he is visiting, basically saying we are over and explaining the circumstances that led to it. I also explained the history, including how he hardly ever planned date nights and didn't do anything for our 15-year anniversary, which was almost a month ago. He told me no one took his side, and I replied that I had expected that. No one in our life would treat their spouse like this. Commenter. Did you speak to his friend about the trip and confirm that he's actually visiting and not cheating? Ops response. His friend actually told him that if the trip was a problem, he would come down here. That's what the friend told me. My husband did talk to him and admitted that he had booked the trip behind my back. I know he had a heart-to-heart with his friend and the friend's wife, as well as another friend, one night. They did not take his side and offered him ideas to make things work and improve the date night situation. He has known these friends, including the wife, since he was a teenager. He is definitely not cheating, and there is no one else. I can track his location at all times, and nothing seems suspicious. There are no strange numbers he is talking to or texting. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or what, but I think he just enjoyed the freedom of having no responsibilities and partying with his best friends. Commenter. Why are you getting your daughter involved? Adult problems should never become kid problems, ever. And why are you involving his family in the drama? They'll never side with you, so I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish other than making yourself look needy and desperate. Hold your head high, move on, realize your worth, and don't air out your dirty laundry. Ops response. I wasn't involving my daughter intentionally. Unfortunately, she knows the situation because she saw it unfold when he told me. I did not attempt to turn anyone against him. I simply stated that we were going our separate ways and explained what was happening. My sister-in-law has called me, and we've had long conversations. This is also my family. We have been together for 21 years.